Hello students, welcome back to Global Online. Myself Nihal. If you are preparing for the upcoming NTA UGC NET December attempt from Commerce on Management background, this session is very important for you because in this session we are going to discuss the activity or efficiency ratios as well as market ratios, okay, which is really very important to understand because how the investors will attract to the company to invest in a company, that will be totally depending on the market ratios, getting it, and how activity and efficiency ratio will help the company to grow in a future, getting it. Those all things will be covered in this session, so I suggest each and every student please watch this video till the end and please share maximum as you can. Okay, so we'll start with the activity or efficiency ratio. Also we'll cover the market ratio in this session. Okay, previously we have done the types of profitability ratio, so let's start with the activity first. First ratio in the activity or efficiency ratio, that is inventory, okay, turnover ratio, correct. This ratio is very important. See, whenever we have a business, okay, we are producing something, we are producing the goods, for that reason we need inventory, correct. So how much inventory you have and how much inventory you have used and produced the goods and then you have sold, okay, so whatever income is coming from the sale of the goods, that will be compared with the actual inventory you had, okay, to know how much time of inventory that we have sold with the produced goods, that we will measure. Okay, so formula to measure the inventory turnover ratio is cost of goods sold divided by average inventory, correct. So in a company, how much inventory we had, that will be compared with the cost of goods sold. Then we'll have the how much times the inventory the goods are sold. Okay, so we have cost of goods sold is 6 lakh and we have average inventory 1 lakh 50,000. Okay, so 6 lakh COGS and 1 lakh 50,000 your average inventory, answer will be 4. So what is this for? That is, the inventory is sold and replaced 4 times a year. Understanding? So we had 1,50,000 rupees of average inventory. Okay, we produced that inventory, we used that inventory and produced the final goods. Then we sold that. Okay, so whatever the income we have generated through the sale of goods, okay, that we can assume that this is the 6 lakh rupees. So 6 lakh is a 4 times of 1,50,000, correct. So that means 4 times of inventory is your cost of goods sold. That will be your answer. Understood? The inventory is sold and replaced 4 times a year. That means higher turnover. Higher turnover, that means better efficiency. So whatever the inventory we had or we have, the company should use those assets, that inventories, okay, for sale, correct. Then we have, next we have debtors turnover ratio, right. So we have debtors also in the company, we need debtors, correct. So we need to use that debtors amount with debtors fund to generate profit, getting it, formula. So debtors turnover ratio is equal to net credit sales, net credit sales divided by average accounts receivable, correct. Average accounts receivable, net credit sales divided by average accounts receivable, that will give you the debtors turnover ratio, right. So let's say we have net credit sales rupees 12 lakh, how much, 12 lakh rupees, and we have average account receivable rupees 3 lakh. Correct? When we calculate this, what will be the answer? The answer will be 4. Okay, so company collects its receivables 4 times in a year. Understanding? This will be credit sales. Credit sale, that means your receivables are coming in the future, right? And average account receivables you need to find out. Then you will compare those things and you will have the 4. 4 means what? This is the 4 times in a year. Okay, the receivable 4 time receivables in a year, right? So credit sales we have 12 lakh rupees, and we have average data receivables is 3 lakh rupees. So 3 lakh, that means you have 4 times average account receivable of net credit sales in a company. That means it is profitable. It is the faster collection. Company is collecting fastly. Okay, and the cash flow is becoming very profitable, very positive, better cash flow the company is having. That means, getting it? So higher the amount, higher this 4 or the answer, that will be more faster collection. Clear? So data's turnover ratio is important in a company to find out how fastly the company is receiving that account receivables. Correct? So if you are preparing for the upcoming NT UGC NET examination from management and commerce background, we have come up with the right preparation strategy for you, in which the experts will guide you, will give you right direction how you will crack this examination, even if you are preparing for the first time for this examination. Okay, in this complete course we are providing you the complete video lectures in which your all concepts of paper 2 will be covered. Then you will be provided with the syllabus, full syllabus notes. All the 10 units of your paper 2 will be covered in that. Okay, you can also read those notes when you are traveling or whenever you want to. If you have notebook, if you have notepad, mobile phone, tablet, laptop, wherever you can have access to those. Mock tests will be provided to you, so you will practice more and more, and then your confidence will build more. Okay, and you will be able to answer the tricky questions, moderate to hard level questions, any questions. PYQs will be provided with the right explanation of it, so you will understand the examination pattern, from which topics the more questions are coming out, and what is the exact right answer and why. All the explanation will be provided. Doubt clearing sessions will be there, in which you can ask the questions to your experts. Experts will guide you and you will prepare better. Marathon sessions also will be there. Okay, so this is complete course for your upcoming NT UGC NET examination if you are preparing for the December attempt. Okay, what you need to do, just join the course. To join the course you have to message on this number, just WhatsApp your what we can say, just write a message on a WhatsApp number or give a missed call on a WhatsApp number. You will be guided. Okay, and start your preparation from today. You will be totally completely ready for the examination till the exam, right? Now let's understand the market ratio, investor perspective first. Okay, first is earning per share, EPS we call it. Earning per share. Okay, what is the formula for it? That is EPS is equal to net income divided by number of shares. Clear? EPS is equal to net income divided by number of shares. Clear? So we have net income is rupees 2 lakh, and we have number of shares 20,000. Okay, this is the unit, right? This is not amount, this is the number of shares, the unit. So 2 lakh divided by 20,000, what you will have? You will have 10. Okay, this is rupees, this is in rupees. Okay, so 10 rupees, that means each share is earning rupees 10 profit. So higher EPS, that will higher the attraction of the investors. So if your EPS is higher in the company, it will attract more investors to invest in your company. So EPS should be more. Okay, always it should be positive. Clear? Next is price earning ratio. Okay, which we call PE, P ratio. Okay, what is formula? This is really very important. Okay, P ratio. Uh, we write it like this: PV ratio is equal to market price per share, clear, divided by EPS. Now we need to calculate P ratio, right? For example, we have market price per share is equal to 150 rupees, clear, and we have EPS rupees 10, clear. So 150 divided by 10, what will be the answer? The 15. So this 15 is what? That 15, that means investors are willing to pay rupees 50 for every 1 rupee of earning. Getting it? Investors are willing to pay 15 rupees for every 1 rupees of earning. Getting it? So that means higher the PE ratio, higher the PE, that means growth is expecting. Okay, EPS is higher, that means the company will grow in future. The investors are ready to invest in your company if your PE ratio is higher. Getting it? So these are the all ratios which every company calculate. Okay, so if you have understood, please comment in the comment box. If you don't understand, please comment in the comment box. Okay, in the both situation, you need to comment in the comment box. Then only I will able to know whether in the next session I need to clear it out or move to the next topic. Clear? Thank you so much. Have a good day. See you in the next session.